Hi guys, welcome to Begging for Balance. I am just waiting on Denise to join. Denise is from Family Canine Training. We're both dog trainers and we like to do Facebook Lives together. Here is Denise. Hold on, let me see if I can add her. It says adding. Hang on. Hey Denise, how are you?
Hey,
Can you hear me? Are we good?
we are good.
Okay. So I was just starting to do a little intro. Denise is from Family Canine Training in Orlando, Florida, and I am from Begging for Balance Dog Training in upstate New York. And what else? So if you're in those areas and you need dog training, even if you're kind of outside those areas a little bit, you can contact us, Denise at Family Canine Training. Is at familycaninetraining.com. Okay, and I'm at beggingforbalance.com. You can also check out our Facebook pages. We have Instagram and our websites and some YouTube videos if you need some free videos.
Let's get started.
Not that great at doing the intros. So tonight we're going to talk about...
Like,
oh, your finger? Awesome.
Anyway.
Denise has a finger injury, in case you're wondering.
You see? I can't
working on some physical therapy on that thing. So tonight we're going to talk just about some of our favorite dog products. You know, being in this dog industry, you find little things that make life easier with our dogs, and we thought that it might be nice to share those with you guys too.
This is obviously, gonna be fun.
Yeah, it is going to be fun. We want to just give a little disclaimer that, like, these products, we're not guaranteeing these products. We are not being paid by any of these companies. Right. And if your dog has a medical issue, you need to figure that out with your vet first. But there are some things that are sort of like first aid, medicine stuff that we might talk a little bit about. What we've found helps us and our dogs and stuff. So.
CYA.
What?
I said CYA, cover your...
Right. I mean, it's just, I would think it's common sense, but, you know, we're just a couple of trainers here talking about dog stuff, so, and what works for us.
You know, with the good stuff, I know you have something good to show us. What's your top? What's gonna be one? What's gonna be numero uno? What you got?
Something that most people don't know about is this Doggy Don't. Most people, this is not, like, you're not going to find this in a store, and most dog owners don't know about this.
I'm going to tick off all the dogs right now. If I press that, I'm going to be like, what?
You have one too, yeah. So there are two things. This is a pet convincer. This is a Doggy Don't. They kind of do the same thing. It's like a noise aversive. So these can be used for, like, stopping your dog from, like, jumping on the counter, or if your dog is reactive or things like that. But what I like to use it for mainly is keeping away off-leash dogs. So when I'm walking my dogs, if an off-leash dog comes running up, I have a loud button. This sounds like a taser. If I do it on here, it's probably going to sound like beep. It's not going to sound as intense as it really does in real life, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I know it's probably, this is not really fair, but I want the viewers to be able to see it. So maybe it sounded as loud as it does in person, but it is loud, and it's usually enough to scare most dogs away. So it works really well for that. And it also works really well if you have a dog who's, like, incessantly barking in the crate. You can even press this. I have pressed this in my bedroom with dogs, like, far in the other room in the middle of the night barking and just beep, and that's it. Nobody,
All I
and then
gotta
no more
press is
barking.
I have 8 dogs here. I'm not gonna press
So,
it.
yeah. So it doesn't always work, but it's a good deterrent for most off-leash dogs. And you can actually press and hold this for a good amount of time, and it will continue to go. And I've had a couple off-leash dogs that I've needed to use it just like a few times, and then they run away. But this has a battery. I don't know if I can.
I forgot if it comes with it. It comes with the battery, right? Yeah, it does.
Yeah, the battery's in it.
I think it does
I've
come
had
with
this for over a year and used it a lot. Like, I mean, I think a lot, but I've not had to replace the battery yet. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't get it open and I don't want to break it. So um, this is called a Doggy Don't, and you'll have to order this online if you're interested in one of these. I actually recommend most of my clients get these and walk with them. Stick it in your pocket and keep those off-leash dogs away. And the Pet Convincer is basically the same thing. This just makes a loud burst of air, and I don't have a cartridge in here. So it just sounds like an air compressor. And it also keeps off-leash dogs away. It works for
Hi, Mary.
if you have a reactive dog, you can kind of like hold this behind your back, point it toward the dog, and when they're just about to explode at another dog, you press it, and it's enough to distract them and keep them from reacting. And this has cartridges.
Mary, she carries a 2-foot broomstick handle.
Whatever works, some people walk with a big walking stick. Mace, if it's really bad, you need to have something in case something goes bad. This has little cartridges. You have to replace these. And the only issue with this is that I've been caught several times with an off-leash dog, and this doesn't warn you when it's getting low.
Yeah.
And so when you're on the end, it just goes. It's like, very anticlimactic, and you point it at the dog and nothing happens, and then you have to use your foot or whatever to keep that dog away, and that's the only downfall of this. But this can also be used for quieting the dogs in the crates and stuff too. These come with different nozzles. Like they have a shorter nozzle that goes in here. This one is longer, so it gives you a little louder burst of air. I like the longer one.
Yeah, I like the one that comes with the long one. It's called Just Like That Pet Convincer. If you search it on Amazon, it's like a blue, red, whatever package. Comes in a hard plastic or something like that. Yeah, $30. And then a box of cartridges is going to cost you $19-20 for 16 grams of the cartridges. And
this is a little more, but I like it because the battery lasts a little longer. I don't know. It's just like a preference. Whatever. Either of those are good. But I thought this was interesting to show because you can't really find these at the store yet. I hope that they do start selling them in the stores because it really would be good. You can also get, if you don't see this in your stores, they usually have the smaller pet stores, even I think maybe Petco and PetSmart might sell. There's a little can of compressed air that's called Pet Corrector, and that's just like a little, more like an aerosol can. That's going to run out sooner for you, and it's not refillable, but it works just the same. So it comes with a little cap. If you're going to use that, I recommend that you take the cap off when you put it in your pocket, because you don't want to be fooling with trying to get the cap off and dealing with a dog that's coming at you.
Hi, Jane.
Anyway. All right, Denise, let's see you share something that you've got.
Mary says lots of loose dogs here, but mostly me walking toward loose dogs and me being the aggressor works. Great thing we were out walking and a dog came out into the road. The dog ran right back into his yard, says Linda.
I am just getting some of these way later. Like, I don't see them. Jess says, hey, can't stay. Okay, now everything's coming in really late for me. So.
Well, girl, you know, I'm the queen of poop. If y'all didn't know, you know now. My favorite poop bags are Earth Rated. I like these scented ones, lavender. And I'm an old nurse. We always have like this thing with pens. So now that I am training dogs, I have this thing with poop bags. And this is so I have a system. You know, I've got like a little bit of OCD, so I have a system. When I go for a walk, like you know, through my front door, like here, like my neighborhood, or a pack walk or something, I have multiple dogs. I use these because couple things. And this one I'll use in my backyard. I'll leave it hanging in the little thingy that it comes in, and I'll use them to pick up in my backyard. But if I'm on a pack walk or leaving the house here, multiple dogs, or I'm going to probably have a lot of poop bags from that one dog, I'll use this one with the handle. These are the ones I recommended to Elias. Bags on board, baby, from Hand Armor with anti-yuck protection. Listen.
Okay.
Honey. These are so thick. You know, like my nails grow really long. But I haven't grown them out in a really long time. So I've been training dogs and like gardening and stuff. You can't rip it. You can't get your nails. You know how many times? Oh, and got poop in my nails. You know how many times? Or this is huge. It's like 15 by like 17 inches or something. It's huge. So if you have a collection of poop bags, you can stick them in there, you know, and you have your handle to carry it with, you know.
Good idea.
So it is big, and that's why I like it. So according to the environment, I don't know. Amazon. They have all sorts of places online that you can get them. They are.
And thick. What were the other bags? Those are lavender.
Good Earth. I didn't say the name, but Good Earth. Okay. I'm gonna do a comparison. I love the way these smell.
I also have my poop bags here
too. You get like this lavender scent, and you're like, oh, it's not so bad picking up the poop. Earth Rated. So, I mean, you can see the difference. I don't know. They just look bigger. Maybe the handles. I don't know. I'm gonna try to show here the best.
I actually went on a hiking trail today, and they had mutt mitts. I think was what the bags were called, and they were super heavy and like 2-ply, double. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, these are good. I like them both, and I have like, you know, options for when, especially pack walks with multiple dogs. Either that or a bring a margin bag.
These are not fancy. Yes, I just use these out ones. They come in all different colors.
Where do you get them?
And I don't know if I ordered these. I think I ordered them. I have a lot of them. I don't know.
They smell good.
So they're not special or scented or like extra thick or anything, but
and you don't get residue.
I like that idea of having a thicker bag and one with handles when you have multiple dogs out there, because it is a pain. I usually stuff bags inside of other bags and then tie it all up like and carry one huge one. But
or take
that's a good idea.
As a dupe.
Yeah. So you got to talk about everything. We have to talk about poop, and that's like one of the major things with dogs. So you're going to take care of dogs. You're going to have to deal with that.
Poop is life.
Yep.
What you got next?
We could talk about some toys real quick. Some of these I use a lot, and some of them, like other people have recommended to me or whatever. This is a Kong Frisbee, and it's really strong, so the dogs can like really pull on it, and they don't rip it. And I've had a lot of dogs that have really enjoyed playing with this when they come through board and train. My dog Lana likes to kill it. She just, like chase it. She would rather do that than chase it.
Yeah.
The training dogs, a lot of them like to catch that Frisbee. And these Kong bones, it's the same thing. It's made out of that hard rubber like Kongs are, but then it has these ends where you could put something in here, like you could put peanut butter in there or something like that. Cream cheese, let them lick out of the ends of it. If you had some sort of biscuit or something, you could stick that in there.
Yeah.
And then this is another favorite. This is the Kong. I don't remember if this is called a Kong stick or what, but it's squeaky. Oh, everybody just jumped up. Yeah, I know. Everybody just jumped up. Moose just jumped out of a dead sleep, and then he's like, "Oh, we're gonna play." So, but this is like hollow, so they can get this pretty muddy.
Here. Go back to bed.
Muddy and dirty, and I don't let them like chew on it a whole lot, but for like retrieving and just playing and stuff, it's good because the squeaky gets them excited. And then I can do some retrieving with just about any dog,
That
just
was Kong too, right? That one? That was Kong?
That's Kong, yeah. Yeah, that's Kong too. And, you can find that at like PetSmart or a pet store. Yeah, it's pretty solid. I liked it because I figured they can't really chew it. They can't, unless you give it to them and leave them laying with it. As long as they're actively doing something with you, they're not gonna hurt it. So the Jolly Ball is always fun. Dogs can grab it. You can kick it for them, so that's really fun. See, I told you, I just messed up all the dogs. They've all been being really good, and I just squeaked that and messed them up. But they can bring this back to you. It's a big ball. It's a little different than, just a smaller, like tennis balls or those types of things. Tennis balls are fun. I do use tennis balls sometimes, but I've also heard something about tennis balls. The glue that's in them is bad for dogs' teeth long term. So I've kind of started switching over to the Chuck It balls instead of just regular tennis balls. And these are good. They're good in the water. I have yet to see a dog really chew this and break it up. And, these are pretty strong. They come in different sizes too. So you can get small for the little dogs. This is a medium sized one, which is like for your average dog. And then they have large ones. Oh, that's the Kong. Cool. That's fun.
No, it's Chuck It.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Chuck It. So does she like that?
Yeah. You got the medium one too, and I like these because it has grip.
Yeah. Is that a medium?
That's a medium.
Yeah, I'd say medium for most dogs, unless you've got a really big dog like, some sort of Mastiff or something, then they might need the bigger one. A dog with a really big mouth. But
the Jolly Ball, what I didn't like, it has a hole in it, right? And as far as the swimming pool goes, it'll pick up all the water, and you have to ever so often squeeze all the water out. And you do have to squeeze the water out, otherwise they'll get mildew and dingy. I had one over there that I had to take away and and I tossed it because I have plenty of
Yeah.
balls. I must have just found a location in the pool area and got dirty. Got
Yeah.
dingy. But
Yeah.
this one is
My
for
mom is
tub.
saying, and they don't pop it. Is this what you're talking about? That they don't pop? They
Yeah.
can. Some dogs can actually like chew the heck out of those jolly balls.
Yeah.
So they will. They will really try though. They'll try. Those. They also make those for horses. Horses like to pick them up and fling them around and play with them too. That handle. Um, so do you know what that one is called?
This one, chuck it, tug.
Chuck it tug. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen those with just the handle on one side too, like just the ball and the handle, and not a second ball. But that's cool. That's they can play tug with each other with that.
It's too heavy for the chuck it stick. If you pick it up with the chuck it stick that I have right here somewhere,
Yeah,
I have it right here. It's too heavy. I have the stick right here. It'll fall off. So this chuck it stick that comes with the tennis ball. I don't really like my dogs playing with tennis ball. They're bad for the roof of their mouths. My dogs will tear it up, pick up the stuff and eat it, the stuff that it's made with. So I don't use the tennis ball that it comes with, but I use the stick. And I have so many of these. I got them like a free or cheap deal back when I was doing those deal stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
cool.
You got other toys?
Oh yeah, I've got this is a tug. This is a fire hose tug. It's really dirty and terrible, but it's been well loved and used. This is a Kitty's Bumpers fire hose tug, which is not like the greatest, but I found this at a local. Huh?
How many years have you had that?
Maybe like a year.
Oh.
Or less. It's not that long. It's just very well used. So this is pretty sturdy. It's a good tug with two handles. And this is like I said, a fire hose. You can get fire hose tugs. There's you can find a lot more online. This is the only tug with two handles like this that I could find locally at a pet store. And that's why I got it. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like all the really good pet products, the stores locally do not have.
No.
So I really don't get it. And I don't, it's like a lot of the big box, like pet stores sell things like prong collars, but they sell the cheapest, not really good quality ones. Why don't they have the good quality ones? It would make life a lot easier to be able to just run there and grab something.
Yeah, they'll sell the prong collar. That's a whole different story for another day. Yeah. They'll sell the prong collar, but they don't believe in training a dog with one.
Right. But they have the cheapest, pointiest, like sharp edge one that you can get that's going to fall apart. And I don't know. Anyway, we're not on that subject. But
oh, no. Today's all peaches and cream and roses.
I think that's all I got for toys.
I've got another one.
You got another toy? Oh, that's the Kong.
I don't remember.
Is it a Kong Wubba?
No, this one doesn't squeak. This is for the water. So it's called Kong Wet Mojado. So the dogs go crazy over this. I got one side eyeing me right now. They go crazy over this. The color. I really do believe that things colored like this, yellow, green, orange. What colors do dogs here forget? They really love these toys.
I don't know. They can only see a few colors. I can't remember which ones.
Me neither. They love this toy. They come and I get these on dog.com. They have them a lot of places, but they've got like small, medium, and large. So this is what my golden retriever and what my lab uses. So,
What
from
size is that one?
that's how long it is. Huh?
What size is that?
Shoot, let me see if it says it on the tag. Because it goes by inches, I think. When you buy it on the on the line on. Nope, doesn't say. But I'm pretty sure this is like a medium and large. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So,
I'll have to get one of those. Moose is enjoying the swimming, and I would like to see. He didn't do that well with the ball in the water.
He will.
Was just like scarfing so much water down with it while he was grabbing it. He did better with a stick, but I would try one of those. Maybe he can grab onto those like ribbon parts of it too and just haul it in by that.
Yeah, he will. He's meant for it, I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that just like a regular Kong inside there, or you don't know?
It's like a plastic. My dogs ripped one up, so I know
so
it's in
not.
there.
It's probably not as hard as the regular Kong.
No, because
like it's not that rubber.
I mean, it's nice rubber, but they haven't been able to tear it into it yet. However, they did tear up the
fabric.
Yeah. And if you dry it out correctly, you'll have no problem with this toy. It doesn't get what do you call it? But it can hold the water a little bit because this is that that material. But they love this toy.
Cool.
They go nuts over it, and the frisbee too. The chuck it frisbee, they like that. All of these guys float in the water because when you buy these toys, when you buy the chuck it toys, most of them have a water sign on it. It'll tell you if it'll float or not on the packaging.
What is the chuck it frisbee like? Is that flexible? Is it hard? What is it?
Yeah, so
like fabric or rubber?
Yeah, material mostly, and then the ring like a foamy rubbery type. They can easily tear it apart.
Okay.
And it's like $11 to $13, girl. You'll be buying them, but the dogs love them, so it's up to you if you want to dish out the.
Yeah, I like I like to interact with my dog with the toy. Yeah. I like the toy to be more than just an item. I like it to be something that we connect with. Like it's an actual interaction with me with that toy. So I'm part of the fun. They're not just taking it and, destroying it and having fun on their own and that's it. Like it's a little more special if you have a few really good toys that you take out and you play with them and it's like a routine and it's a lot of fun. Like Lana loves tug. I get that out and she just goes into like, oh my God, it's time. But that's a good time to practice like, some of the obedience stuff too. Like ask them to sit, ask them to wait, throw something and ask them not to just go after it. But anyway, so toys, yes, you can let them just have them and do whatever with them, but it's also nice to really interact with them with the toys.
Yeah, so, I didn't bring out the amphibious what's that called? The bumper, the new ones that I got. Amphibious bumpers. They love them.
What is that? I don't know what it is.
The little shoot, I have it outside.
Just like a retriever's bumper.
Yeah, they're on my picture. Swimming where Muppet has it in his mouth. They came in a 2-pack, which I didn't know.
Oh, I know what it looks like. Okay.
With a string on the end. They love those. You could toss them pretty far.
Yeah. That
was cool.
Cool. So what else? Let's talk about just treats. Go ahead.
I don't have toys. I was just saying that.
You're all done with
I don't have any
toys?
more toys.
Okay, I don't either. Let's talk really quick just about treats. I don't do a lot of treats, but there are times when I need something more high value than just the dog's kibble. So if I need something more high value than their kibble, probably one of the most high value things is this freeze-dried liver. And this is a really good product. Like, you know, it's healthy for them. It's just little dried chunks. They're not that small. It actually comes in pretty big chunks. I cut this up in tiny pieces, or like break it up and just give them a little tiny piece like this. You want to limit the amount of this depending on your dog because they can get diarrhea from it. So what I do a lot of times, if I need like a high value thing like this, I'll cut it up in really small pieces and I'll mix it in with the dog's kibble. And it takes on the scent, and like they don't know what they're getting. You're giving them something, and a lot of times they don't know if they're getting a piece of the liver or a piece of their food. But this is pretty high value. Stewart's Pro Treat, 100% beef liver. So that's one. And then something else I use is, this is actually sushi paper that you can buy at the grocery store. And this is a really healthy, it's a really healthy food for dogs. It's salty, so you don't want to give them like a ton of it, but it comes in sheets. Just like you. Who is?
Yogi growls when certain people walk in.
Oh, okay. So it comes in sheets, and I just break it in tiny little pieces like this. I mean, you can do like little teeny tiny pieces, but seaweed smells like fish, and almost every dog I've ever had loves this. And so these little tiny pieces, they don't get sick from it because you're only giving them a little tiny bit of it, but they think it's absolutely amazing. And this is super high value and fun for them. And it's also, if you have a dog, like if a dog was on raw food, you know, this would be something that you could give. It's dry and it's just seaweed. Like there's nothing else in it. If you're not giving a ton of it, you know, it's not.
Can you put up the packaging so maybe they hold it up and they can like near somebody else can screenshot it? So what do you think would be the amount that you would use total? Like a little handful, like
I mean, I don't usually use, I never would use really more than like half a sheet of this. So I might use like, you know, and that's like for the whole day, you know, half a sheet of it. And I don't, you know, I just use whatever I need. Try to keep it a small amount. Because like I said, it does have sodium. It doesn't have, I don't think it has added salt. It's just roasted seaweed. That's it. But I read about this being like a superfood for dogs. It's healthy for them just like it is for us.
What's the sodium content on that?
It's a ton, Denise. It's a ton. 20 milligrams in 2 sheets. So that's not
that's
really.
Great.
Yeah, it's not a lot. I'm not like super looking at that because I don't feed a lot of it. Yeah, it says in two sheets, 20 milligrams.
Perfect.
Sodium. So it's
not bad.
I mean, you don't want to give like tons and tons of it. It will stick to the roof of their mouth and stuff if you give it in big chunks, and they could like choke on it, you know, if you gave too much of it. So tear it up in small pieces, but it's easy, and you know, you can keep that stuff in your pocket, and it's dry, and it's not you know, gonna stain your pocket or something.
That's
And
fantastic. I
then
remember when you first told me about that.
this is not a product that I necessarily love, but I have used this before. This is an organic chicken, little like, it was little meaty, pieces. It's got chicken, sweet potato, tomato, vegetable glycerin, cranberry, blueberry, egg, salt, gelatin, and vitamin E and ascorbic acid. So I don't know. They were kind of soft, and the dogs seemed to really like them. So that is Play-Doh Pet Treats, small bites. And I think I got these, I don't know. Sometimes I keep my eye out on like TJ Maxx or something like that. Sometimes they have pretty good stuff there. I got those.
I got the bumper.
Oh, awesome. Cool. Are those like canvasy, or what are they? Rubber? What is the red part?
Thick, material. Thick.
Okay.
Thick, polyester. No. What's the?
It's probably like a canvas. No.
Let me read the thing. Material only. Lavage à la main. That means washed by hand. Where are the materials? Made in Vietnam. Don't know. This is like rubbery.
Yeah.
Rubbery things in the end. And I think it goes all the way through, and then this piece covers it up on top. This is the same material that the Frisbee has. And then the cord in the end to fling it.
Yeah. Cool.
These were winners in the bowl with everyone, even Muppet, who is not excited by many toys.
Cool. So they all like them.
Yep.
So what do you do about treats? I already know, but you can tell your viewers.
Well, I have those liver ones, and I've had somebody get the runs from one. One. Yeah. My luck. Peanut butter, I like. And whatever I've got here in collection, as far as like, I have ones that are mixed in with like either like pumpkin or cranberry or some healthy,
What is that? Ice cream? Yogurt? What do you eat?
What are you calling me out for?
What the heck did he?
I should have been like,
we're on a Facebook Live. Is Carlos giving you that?
No.
It's just sitting there. Treats. That's what Denise does about treats. She eats ice cream.
Well, speaking of treats, if your dog's not eating, this is what I do with the salami, like deli salami that you get from, the deli cold cut. If you have your dog's food bowl, I like smear the food with salami and like rub it. You get that scent in. It works fabulously.
So they think they're eating salami, but they're really just eating their regular kibble, and they don't get diarrhea.
Bonus. Yep. I do that all the time. So if I'm going to put it in my treat bag, I line the treat bag so it doesn't get all oily and stuff. I line it, or I'll plan to wash it or something. Because as you're feeding dogs, and you're going to feed other dogs, like I don't like cross-contamination of any kind. So I'll line it. And then I have multiple bags now, so I can keep one bag per dog and then wash it later. But still, I just rather line it, put a bag, whatever kind of bag, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that's it. Half of the time, I don't like using treat bags for that reason. If I put it in my clothes or pocket, I just throw it in the wash, and it, takes care of it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What else?
That I can eat.
I have a couple bowls here, slow feed bowls. So if you have a dog that scarfs down their food, you can feed them out of a slow feed bowl. They have some that you'll find at a lot of stores that are just like 4 sections, and those barely slow the dogs down. They can still just like, they just scarf. It's no different than eating out of a regular bowl, really. But these are actually really good. These will slow down dogs. These are Outward Hound, and you just put the dog's food in here, and they have to really work at it to get it out. It has a rubber grip on here, so it's not going to slide across the floor. And they come in different sizes. This is a really big one.
I like that.
This is a smaller one. But they're both.
Is it bad that I'm eating this ice cream?
No, just keep eating it. That's good, Denise.
It's so good.
Bowls. Oh, this we use water buckets in the kennels. So these are just stainless steel water pails. This is another interesting thing is like if you go to the stores, the pet stores, they only sell these little bowls that attach to the side of the crate. And it's like this big. It's a little tiny thing. Maybe it's like 8 ounces of water or something. But, dogs a lot of times need more water. So these are the ones that I use. Most of the crates, this is a 1 quart size. I think I got these on maybe dog.com.
Yep, that's where I got mine.
I'm not sure if Chewy has them or not, but 1 quart is like regular size. I don't know. That's what I use. Some of the dogs need bigger, so 2 quarts or 3 quarts, depending if they're pretty big. I have a 4 quart one, and that's huge. That is like, if I have a horse come in here, we'll be good. It's pretty big.
Did you have a horse? Why did you get it?
If I get a horse in here, then I'll. I didn't think it was going to be that big. I wanted to order a 2 quart, and they were out of it. They were totally out of stock, and I needed a bigger one. So I was like, oh, all right. They have the 4 quart. I guess I'll get that one. But then you just hook a carabiner on here and clip it to the crate. So that's how we do the water buckets. And they're less likely to mess with this than if you had just a regular bowl on the floor of the kennel. If you put just a regular dog bowl in there and put water in it, most dogs will eventually fool around and spill that mess all over the place.
What did they spill those?
Yeah, they'll still spill those. But
ding,
you
ding,
could
ding,
put like yeah, it depends on the dog. You really got to test them out and see. And I do have, like for my bulldog, I do have the little bowl that I think I got at Tractor Supply. It's a stainless bowl, and it comes out, and then it has like there's a metal bracket that attaches to the crate, and it slips in there and stays. And it's a regular bowl because he can't fit his face in here. Like he's got a short nose, so it doesn't, unless the bucket is full, you can't get water out of it. So, so he does have the little bowl one from the store.
I leave that one in for Tig, but I give him his in regular bowls. But I leave that extra in there just in case, because when he starts swimming in it or tosses it. So he has like 3 bowls.
Right. It's fine if it's full. Like if it's full, then he's good. He can drink out of it. But once it gets lower, then he can't get it, and then he'll just spill it all over the place trying to get it. And anyway.
Yep. Even if he's carabiner, he'll find a way to screw it up.
Right. So what else do you have?
Okay. Pet hair. This is my favorite. Like, if I had to give all this stuff up, See, I like my interrupters that we were talking about, you know, the pet convincer and stuff like that. But this is pretty close to be the thing that I probably wouldn't give up. King Canine makes the King Comb, right? And then these two things. They have a lot. I use these two together a lot. So this, and most likely if you get something like this, you're going to be on heavy duty anyway. This is the for de-shedding, the de-shedding tool, right? Yeah. And you can stick the blade in really low to get a nice, it looks like this blade is, I'm not supposed to do that, but so far this has lasted me. You can put it in real low, you know, and do your de-shedding or stick it out, right, for longer hair and stuff. But this is everything. So this has dual purpose. Don't quote me on it, but I use it dual, you know, in two ways. You can use it on the dog, the rubber end, right, just a massage to get all the hair out. Both of them work for Max really, really well, depending on what area of his body I want to get. And I just pull out hair, pull out hair. It takes a lot of work, I think. He just has he sheds a lot, more than my golden retriever, more than a shepherd, I think. Huh? Just to give you an idea. So this, even though there's some wear on it, I've used this thing like crazy on furniture, on like the car carpets. So this gets the hairs that are stuck, and this will get the hairs out that you just see, like bunches. I'll tell you what this is, where to get it in a second. So this is the King Comb, and I really don't know the website. Just Google that, King Comb, with a K, both. I know a lot of people use the Furminator. I've never used it to compare, but I do like his.
I have that.
And I'm an overuser with this. And for them not to be like falling out of here, that's pretty darn good. Especially like if you're gonna get the car mats, I end up using both. I'll start with this green one, and then finish off with this thing. If you're on Amazon and you search carpet brush or carpet broom,
I actually have one of those, I think.
Yeah, this is rubber bristles, because you know, like those little gloves that you use for cleaning, rubber gloves, it's the rubber that picks up the hair. So these bristles are a little bit longer, a little bit looser. So they're not going to do the fine job of these little nubs. And I know that there's little blocks online. If you don't want to get this, there's little blocks online that have these, but I don't know how strong they are, depending on how they're made, how the product's made. So this one will catch, since it's loose bristles, it'll catch the longer or the not so stuck hairs.
Yeah.
That makes sense. This is great on like the couches, and this one came with an actual broom that I can use on the floor. Because if you have tile, I have tile everywhere in the house, some wood in the stairs and the upstairs hallway. But even if you mop, you still see hair. You can mop twice, 2, 3 times, and this picks up a lot of the broom part of it, which I have on the floor. So it's the same thing as this, but bigger, longer, and it's got the same dust guard. It's the same thing, and it's comes in a broom. It's a little flimsy. I think I had to tape like the top part, pulling it out, because it comes and you think it's like 3 or 4 feet short, but it actually extends. So I have it there.
I'll get one of those brooms though.
The camera. Oh no, I can't flip the camera. I have to flip you.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Love it. In combination with the other one. Like I wouldn't be able to use this one alone, because it doesn't do that fine job that I'm looking for of this one. I want to see all the hair is gone. I can pick it up with that.
Yeah. Cool. I don't have one of those. I'll have to get one. I have the Furminator, and it's okay. Like it does pull the hair. It does pull a lot of hair out. I've used other like brushes and rakes and things on dogs and tried to get as much hair out as possible. And then I'll use this and still get more hair out of them. And this has this little like button that helps to release the hair out of here. So that's cool. Hey, Paige, how are you? We're also hoping that anybody who watches will include, any products that they have that they really like. You can comment them even after this. If you're watching it on the replay, you can comment, like if you have something that you love that your dog really loves, let us know because we want to know.
I'm going to eat this
cleaning.
Whole thing. Mm-hmm.
What'd you say?
I'm going to eat this whole thing.
Denise really likes that. Is that caramel or what is that?
Oh, God.
That's Denise's pick for the ice cream. Cleaning, since we're on the cleaning, this is what I use for potty accidents. Nature's Miracle. So I clean up as much of the mess as I can, and then I have this in a spray bottle. Do not dilute this. If you buy it, keep it just like it is. I spray it on full strength, let it sit, and then, wipe up any of the excess. But you want to, and if you have like fabric and something gets on it or the carpet or whatever, you want to like blot up as much urine as possible, get it all out of there. Then saturate the carpet with this stuff and let it dry. I always tell clients, when you have a dog that goes to the bathroom in the house, if you're not getting rid of the urine odor, the dog will continue to mark on that spot. They have like pheromones and stuff in their urine that they can smell. Even if you put all the chemicals in the world over it, it doesn't get rid of it. So this has enzymes in it. And I think it's mostly like alcohol. I don't know. But there are enzymes, and that's what takes it away. So it smells kind of like alcohol. And maybe it's like ethanol or something, but this one has kind of a mild citrus smell too. And it helps to get rid of the urine. And I like just the regular formula. This is pretty much basic, regular Nature's Miracle. They make a million other ones. They make like some marking one, which I did not think worked at all. My little dog Mac used to mark, and I tried that, and he would still mark on it with the marking, the Nature's Miracle for marking dogs. And I was like, what? But it didn't have, I don't think it had all the alcohol in it. It had some other scents, and I don't know what was in it, but just a regular, straight up Nature's Miracle. Or like this one is Nature's Miracle, and it's specifically for dogs. But
Paige got the Whisky Wash, and she says she loves it. Paige, you use that even on the grass, and it won't kill the grass?
Yeah, is that that's only for outside, right? Or do you use it inside too? Like, would you use it on the carpet?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't used that. I've heard of people using it that have like turf, but can you use it on regular grass, and can you use it on carpet? I'd like to know some more.
Yeah, Elias told me to use Odor Band. I didn't like Odor Band.
Okay. Does that have enzymes in it too?
I don't remember. I didn't like it. He said use it with bleach. I'm like.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of dogs all the time. If something works, then I won't be able to smell stuff, and I can smell everything.
Right.
If there's one little cranny with diarrhea, I can smell it.
Oh, yeah. I use it on cleaning crates and my epoxy floors. Huh, cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Where did you get it, Paige? Do you buy it online or did you get it in a local store?
I want to know if it tastes gross.
Yeah, we need to know the details on all this. What else? Let's keep going. So, how about your first aid stuff? You want to show that?
Yeah, and I'll continue with the cleaning. For cleaning ears, well, for the dogs. For cleaning ears, I will have to check the bottle about the carpets, but it doesn't smell strong, and it's supposed to be very safe for dogs. Cool.
Cool.
If you buy that, you'll be spending some money, I think, though, initially. I like this for the ears. I love the smell.
Can you hold it closer to the
I don't know if it's the greatest. The second ingredient, it's water and alcohol. I mean, it's supposed to be a drying liquid, though. That's the purpose of it, because dogs with floppy ears who remain wet, I haven't seen any type of reaction or any issues with it. And I love the way this smells. I just do. I love it. And I think I've prevented ear infections and yeasty with this stuff. I swear by it. My dogs go swimming, they get this stuff in their ears.
Okay.
Love it. And I think
I got this that?
Chewy.com.
Okay. Since we're on ears, this is what I use. This is not going to dry up, it's not like for water or whatever, but this is an enzyme ear stuff that I've used. Like my bulldog has ears that just get he just has like gross ears from time to time. And whenever they get gross,
show it again.
To get stuff. Huh?
Can you put it
up? We used to get all different ear solutions and medications and drops and things from the vet and everything, and it never worked. It would never clear it up or whatever. And this stuff, his ears, if you started using like rinses and ointments and things, they would just get more and more inflamed, and it would just make it worse. So this, it does have hydrocortisone, 0.5%. And that helps with the inflammation. And then you don't clean the dog's ears. So this, you just fill up the ear canal with it, like, massage the ear and leave it alone. You don't do anything with it. So especially if you had a dog that was like really difficult to handle, some dogs will not tolerate their ears being messed with. This would be perfect for that, because you just put it in and you don't have to do anything. Like, you just leave it in and you don't clean anything out of their ears. It's more based on like bringing back like a healthy environment to the ear. So it kills, and the little pamphlet says it kills like yeast, bacteria, cures like infections, and even like on the little paper it said even like MRSA. This kills lots of stuff. So it's an enzyme. And it's called Zyma. It's expensive. I think it was like $25 for this little tiny bottle. But you use it for 7 days. So once a day for 7 days, and then you don't need it. And clears it up, and then you shouldn't have another problem. So, and after using that, his ears will be good for a long time and not have an issue. And if I smell, like if they smell at all, then I'll just put some in there just to make sure that like the balance is good and everything's good.
That's pretty good without a script.
Yeah, it's not prescription. And I've gotten this in local pet stores and also online. So
Mm-hmm. So
I
yummy.
do like, I do buy a lot of things online, but I also like to tell people to go to their local, like, smaller pet stores, because we want those places to stay around. Like, I want to be able to go somewhere and see the actual product. I do not want to only buy things online. So we have to
I
support
agree.
some of those good small pet stores. So, what else? What do you got? You got spray?
Oh yeah. Oh great.
You got a huge bag. This is Denise the nurse. Here she comes with her bag.
I have a card. We'll see.
Medical kit.
Yeah. I like this stuff from the PetSmart line, the hot spot spray, even though you can use, like, if you look into it, like tea tree oil and stuff like that if you're into essential oils. But for the people who just want like quick purchases, liquid bandage. I love this.
Paige gave us just real quick. Paige says wizzywash.com and save $35 with this promo code.
Whoop, whoop.
Lasts like about a year. So, good tip. If you need that, check out that.
About a year?
That
Using it
promo
how
code.
often? $135. I got that stuff for that Michelle Stegmeyer posted in our private trainers group, and I got the reading for the fly population because everybody has it. It's a continuous problem, but I don't want to
Fly
be like,
predators.
yeah, I don't want to be like the huge contributor to it. But every summer, it doesn't matter, like, it's a huge problem for everybody. And I think it goes like 100, 150 feet. So I take care of mine, the neighbors, So I'm waiting for it to start affecting, and I'll get back to you and let you know. I like this for cleaning wounds. You can get that at Walmart.
Okay.
Scrapes and stuff like that. Keep the area clean. Some vets will recommend betadine, iodine. That's not always good for all wounds. Oh, that's hot spot spray still. Liquid bandage. This is just another kind. I like the other one better. The same brand as everything else, which is Essential Pet.
That's the one that you like?
I like this one. As far as the liquid bandage goes. I like this one. I don't know why.
This is liquid bandage. Okay. And this is what you sometimes spray on the prongs?
Yeah, the hot spot spray and the liquid bandage. But severe allergic reactions, it won't stop it. They'll get like the hard patches underneath the skin. Doesn't matter. Yeah. And I have a hydrocortisone spray for any itchy paws, and that'll as you guys know, if something's itchy and they keep licking it, it's gonna turn into a hot spot. So if you can help them out with the cortisone spray, you're really you're providing some relief for them. Mm-hmm. This stuff I kept with my dog. We get hot spots. She's on raw now, and she doesn't get hot spots anymore. But I still use these things. They go crazy in the pool for hours, and they'll raw their paws up, especially in the back, because she swims in, pushes off the wall. As she's pushing off the wall, scrape. That's why I have all this stuff. Yeah. That's what
you never know. They're gonna have cuts and bruises and things that they're rough and tumble. So things happen. I actually have this product that I sometimes use if anybody has like a spot where the hair isn't growing back, or they have a cut or something. This stuff is for horses and cats. It's safe for everybody. It smells terrible. It smells absolutely terrible. It's sulfur and pine oil, but it dries on the wound and it keeps it from getting like anything else in it, and they don't like the smell of this, so they won't lick it. They don't want to like mess with it. The dogs will just like leave it alone. So if somebody like you know, my bulldog sometimes would get like cysts between his toes or
Can you show
something
them the
like that.
camera so we can screenshot it if they need it?
Yeah, I'll show it. So it's called New Stock. And it's definitely like if I have to use this, I will basically keep the dog like crated so that it's not getting all over my furniture and rugs and all that stuff because it does smell. But a couple of days on like a wound and it's healed up, and it actually helps the hair to grow back, and it keeps like it'll keep bugs out of it and stuff. You know,
very nice.
It's like a barn ointment. So that, and then this also. Our bulldog has a part of his neck where he has like really thick wrinkles, and in there he has a place where he doesn't grow hair. And the vet said like it probably will never grow hair there. There's not much you can do. So he doesn't have collars on. His neck is just like, you know, open and stuff. But I wash him with this. And this has helped both with his feet, with the cysts between his feet, and with that neck. Like it will get yeasty or like it'll stick together and then get just like wet in there. This is Duoxo. That's how you say it. Chlorhexidine shampoo. And I buy this on Chewy. And you put it on, like while they're in the tub, you put it on and you let it sit on there for like 5 minutes. And then you rinse it. And between that and then when he's totally dry.
Can't read the name of which one.
What?
She says she can't read the name. I don't know if it was this product or the one before that. It's probably backwards.
I'll go back. I'll go to this. Douxo.
It's going to show backwards because we're both on selfie mode.
Oh. Well, that's terrible. And this is called New Stock. Nustock.
You would have to flip the camera and like, you know, face it the other way. But either way, she could screenshot it and, you know.
So, and this is Duoxo chlorhexidine shampoo. So this helps with like, you know, if they have fungal infections or bacterial infections of the skin or whatever, this will help to wash them with that. And I think they also make a rinse that you can use after you shampoo them. But most dogs don't have like all those skin issues. And if your dog does have a lot of skin issues, you should really look into, you know, their diet. Could be an allergy or something like that. Bulldogs are like notoriously terrible skin issues. So just something we have to keep in check. What else? Is that all the medical stuff you got?
Yes. Other fun stuff. I like this travel water bowl. It doesn't hold a lot, but it's helpful for like the beach. It doesn't get sand in it. Keeps it very clean versus one of those collapsible bowls. Stay much cleaner. My sister got this for me on, I think, Wish. Something I don't usually recommend people using, wish.com. And when you squeeze, the water flows in there. This is like my fave. Easy to put away. When you hang it somewhere, the dogs come and nudge it, and you know when they want some water. I love this thing. I really do.
I don't have one of those. That's neat. All right, let's do bathing, I guess. Like shampoo.
Yeah.
Right
still
now,
haven't found my shampoo. I'm gonna try.
Has not found hers yet.
No.
This I like for dogs with like longer hair.
That looks very fancy.
It's Paul Mitchell for dogs.
Oh, it is Paul Mitchell. You weren't kidding.
JP Pet, Paul Mitchell.
It is Paul Mitchell?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Paul Mitchell. You weren't kidding, because the other day you asked me what shampoo you use, and I'm like, I don't know. I have all these shampoos and I don't like them.
Yeah. Tested on humans first. I don't know. I mean, this is not a natural. This is not like, if you're looking for like the most natural product, this is not.
Yeah.
But it does make them shiny, and their coat is really soft, and you know, it smells good. Denise asked if it holds the smell for a long time. I don't know. I mean, to me, they all start smelling like dogs again. But,
I like it.
I think it smells good. And they seem to, even if they have sensitive skin, it is made for sensitive skin dogs. And it seems to be pretty good. So I like that one. And it's oatmeal.
I'm going to try the shampoo for these guys. Oh, you weren't done. I'm sorry.
That's all right. We can. This is a lavender one. Lavender shampoo. Natural chemistry. Lavender shampoo.
All chemistry.
With natural lavender oil. I don't know. Maybe this is a little more natural than that. I do also like, I used to get a Burt's Bees lavender one, and I really like that. And then I couldn't find the Burt's Bees lavender anymore. And this is a shampoo that I used before that. So I just went back to that. Go ahead, Denise. Let's see what you got.
This live is going to be good for replay viewers because they could just scroll forward. Oh, they're talking crap. Scroll forward. I'm going to try the shampoo by these people. Perfume. I love. If you guys are watching this,
you got to hold it up closer. Hold it closer to the camera.
I will. If you guys are watching, I tag you guys on Instagram. This is themom.com. Perfume. I have. Happens to be Blue Ribbon. And then the other scent that they have, I'm not sure if they have more, but the other scent that I have is called Show Dog. And this one's Blue Ribbon. And it smells so good. It smells so good.
Huh. I wish we had smell-o-vision.
And I'll pick the scent, like that I just put a little bit on it. I don't put a lot. I'll pick the scent, I don't know, that I'm just vibing with that day, or the dog's personality. I don't know. I just like these. It smells good. It smells good. Perfume. Cool. Follow them on Instagram.
Cool.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but it's grooming finishing spray, and it smells delish.
Cool.
It's not obnoxious smell.
I'll have to check that out.
I'm going to try their shampoo, and I'll get back to you guys on that. And I'll give you an honest review. But I do like that. I do. I like it.
Okay. What else? What about the stuff? You have the stuff?
I thought you were it.
Okay, yeah. I got it. Yeah. I didn't know if you have it. So a friend of mine told me about this. I guess a lot of groomers use this. This is sort of the bottle's a little. This is called The Stuff.
You've been using it, huh?
Yeah. So especially like long-haired dogs or dogs that get mats and stuff, this is really good. After you wash them, you spray some on, like especially the parts under their ears. Denise, you're frozen. What happened? Denise! She's frozen. Is everyone else still there? Is it my end or Denise's end? What happened, Denise?
Am I here?
What happened?
Hello?
Are you there?
I'm here.
Your lips are not matching up with the sound.
Hello, hello.
What happened? Okay. I hope that everybody can hear me. I'm just going to talk about this, and then hopefully Denise's connection gets better. So you spray this on when they're wet, comb it through their hair, and it helps to condition the coat, shortens grooming time. It helps to remove undercoat, repels dirt, dust, and urine. Forms. We lost Denise. Did we just lose Denise? I don't think I can bring her back on either. Where is she? Denise! All right, let's see. Finish this up. So, pH controlled, non-toxic, hypoallergenic, and for all breeds, long and short hair. So, the stuff for dogs. And they sell it in a little pump spray one, and they also have a refill bottle of that. I see that you're back, but it's not letting me add you. Bring Denise. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, so the trick with bringing you back, you had to comment in order for me to bring you back. When I just pressed on that you were watching, I couldn't bring you on. You had to comment.
Ooh, thank God I commented.
Are we good? We're good.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is another product that I use in the winter here. But
love it.
I believe it says that you can use it for the heat too. This helps.
Yeah.
This is a wax coating that you put on the dog's paws in the winter, and it keeps them from freezing. And it also helps to protect them from like this road salt and stuff. And this is amazing. I have had, we have really cold winters here, so it gets really, really cold. And what will happen is you'll see if you take a dog out for a walk, their paws will start to freeze and they start lifting them. They'll just hold them up. Like, my damn foot's freezing, I can't take it. They'll hold them up. And so you can see, they can't talk to me, but I can tell that they're cold. When you use this, you don't have that. They don't lift them. Like my little dog, Mac, he lifts his feet. Even when it's not that cold. His feet get cold or whatever. But you use this stuff. And I think it says that you only have to apply it a couple times a week or something. But when it's really cold, I use this before every walk. So I line everybody up right in front of the front door, and I slather it on their feet, every single one of them, and then off we go. It's a little messy when you first put it on. So you don't want to be in your living room putting this on and then having the dog walk all over your wood floors and your carpets. When you first put it on, it's messy. So, that front door mat, you'd be okay with that. Or you might want to put down some sort of towel or something while you put it on them and then just head out. But have you tried this at the beach or anything?
I have that, and I put it on the dogs before they go swimming.
Oh, you do? Cool.
Yeah. I love that stuff.
It's supposed to work to help prevent them from burning on the hot asphalt and stuff too. Mm-hmm. So if the sidewalk gets really hot, or I know going to the beach is difficult because when you walk from the car to the beach, it's so hot, and you can't walk it barefoot. And the dogs, obviously, they're going to be burning up. But if you use this, it should help them. And it's a food grade wax. So even if they eat it, it's not going to hurt them. And my dogs don't really, from what I remember, I don't remember them licking it a lot. They don't really mess with it. We put it on and leave, and then they forget that it's on there. And it soaks in and lasts. So,
yeah.
You can also use, in a pinch, you can use Vaseline for the cold. So if you don't have any of that, you can put Vaseline on their feet and go. But Vaseline is a petroleum product, and you really don't want your dog eating that. It's not necessarily the healthiest to have on their feet. So
Yeah.
It's okay sometimes, but I wouldn't want to use it all the time. You got anything else?
Yeah, I'll run it through quickly though, because we've been on an hour and a half.
Really?
My
Jeez.
my
And I still
favorite
got a
cat.
bunch of crap here. We'll
We could
go
go through it.
fast.
I'm just
We
not
don't have
gonna
to show
like
all of
babble
it.
babble.
We don't
My
want.
favorite dog tags.
Oh, those are so cute. Scratch my
The
dog.
reason is because they're thick, like they're really, really etched in. Like this is fine crafted. They're not cheap.
Yeah.
Great thing about this company, which is Fetching Tags. Fetching Tags on Facebook and Fetching like go play fetch.
Yeah.
And then Fetching Tags on Instagram as well. So
Oh, that's so
I
cute.
scratch my butt. And then it says Bella on the back. You can customize these.
Cute.
And they give back to rescue. So if you do adopt and you show them your paperwork that you adopted, they give you a discount for adopting, and they do give back to rescue, which is why I love them. Cameron told me about them. Cameron and them put those on the dogs. I like these for you guys local in Orlando, but they do ship lavender menace bandanas, and they put the dog's name on it. They're gorgeous. And they go on the collars, as you can see.
Cool.
I love their stuff, and I like the way that they embroider.
That's nice.
I really like that. And they will ship to you, I think even for free. I think. Last time I checked, they had free shipping.
Cool.
It's lightweight, so. I'll show you Max's. Piggybacking is my specialty because he was a humper. And then his name on the back, Max.
What is that in the middle there? Is it like a little paw print, or what is that? I can't see.
Little paw print I chose for him.
Oh, that's cute.
Bella has a heart, and I chose a paw print for his. And let me tell you how adorable they are, because this was in the bottom of the pool, sitting there before I found it. Nothing happened to it. Okay. So, cool. That's all I have. I mean, I found this for anybody who has little guys. I got that at Marshall's. This little floaty device for little dogs. I get my slip leads, some of them from either Mendota or dog.com. This one's from dog.com.
I like that one, how it has that leather. Can you show like up at the that. That's really nice. Heavy stitching and everything.
Yeah, these are still on really, really good, like still tight. This one is a $30 Lucas Agnew line dynamic leash. That's the one that I have in my How to Swim Your Dog video. It's really loose now, but I just love this line. Don't expect to run this through your hand quickly or you'll burn your hand.
Yeah, I love that too. Mine's blue though. I didn't get to pick. Did they give you a color choice, or you just get whatever color?
No, I did. I think I did this color choice. I think they only have red and blue. It's a love-hate relationship with this slip lead. I love it. And it's just like, for some other things, I have to grab another one.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I have that too. I like it. It's good.
I have the, what's that? Oh, the Dremel.
This is the Dremel that I use. So when I do the dog's nails, a lot of times clippers, dogs have had bad experiences with clippers, and the clippers are also kind of like, I don't want to say like traumatic to their, but it does. It like squeezes the nail, and this doesn't. So this is the cheapest. I think it's the cheapest Dremel you can get. $20. I got this at Walmart. And it's the Dremel 7300. It has high and low. And that's low. And that's high. And we have a Dremel that plugs in, but that is like way more powerful and it's louder. So I really like the small, cheap, like cordless one. You recharge the batteries, and that's what I like for that. And then these are the nail clippers that I use. So I do clip nails if they're really long. And I like these. They're top paw clippers, and I think I got these at PetSmart. They stay really sharp. That's why I like them. They stay super sharp, and they also have this little guard on the back, so you can only put the nail in so far.
Yeah.
But I really like those. Okay.
I wanted to ask you about the Dremel. How do you feel about the ones that have like a guard? You know, has a Dremel inside of, has a like
yeah,
some
like
kind of
that
a
petty paws thing or whatever it is.
Yeah, how do you feel about that guard? Like, what is that? I mean,
I don't think
does
you
it
need
do
the guard.
anything?
I think take it off. You really don't need the guard.
Yeah.
I mean,
what is it there for? It's just like an encasement.
I think people are afraid to use the Dremel because they're afraid that they're going to like do something, that it's going to be scary for their dog or whatever. But when you use the Dremel, you don't just hold it on. Like, I don't just turn it on and just like hold it on the dog's nail and push down real hard. A lot of times I'm like tapping it as it's going and like moving it around a little bit. So it's not on one spot, just like burning, If you just press and hold on one spot, it gets hot. Especially if it's on like the higher setting, it will get hot right there. So you kind of move it around a little bit, and then it doesn't get as hot and stuff for the dog.
Yeah.
But you really don't need a guard. And that thing is also really huge. It's like, I think the sanding wheel is probably about this big and like this big around. So it's way big in comparison with this. You don't need that. That thing is going to cost you a lot more money. I mean, it'll work. You can make it work, but you don't need to spend that much. You can just spend like $20 and
I just was wondering what's the purpose of it. If it's to keep keep you steady in one area and not go like,
I don't know.
Me neither.
I mean, you need to know which part of the nail that you want to Dremel down. That's a big thing. And so like the dog's nail is shaped like this, right? So when we cut dog nails, usually you cut like, if this is the bottom of the dog's paw, they will cut even with that, like this. Like you'll clip it even with the bottom of the dog's paw. But there's also this kind of front section here. So when I Dremel the nail, I am Dremeling this bottom, but then I'm also Dremeling this front side here. So I do the bottom, but I also try to get this front part. And you can really see like the quick when you look at it, when the dog is, you're holding the foot, you can see the quick there. And I go all around the quick, and I do just like tap the quick. Once the dog starts to kind of pull away a little bit, I don't go any further on that part. I'm like sensitive to how the dog is feeling about it. And that's what's nicer about the Dremel is you're not going to cut them. With nail cutters, clippers, you can. If you can't see the quick, you can cut them. So like on the black nails, it's more difficult. That's why you need to kind of know where the quick is and like cut even with the bottom of the paw. You don't want to like go up, or it's gonna be bloody. But I just like the Dremel better. It's easier. It's better. You have to kind of condition the dog to it. You have to like make it more of a positive experience for them. And then once they know what it is, they all seem to like it better than the clippers. So anyway, That's the Dremel.
What else you got?
I have the leashes too. Like I said, the Mendota. I have a really small. This is a really small 4-foot thin. I like the thin slip lead. So it's pretty thin. You wouldn't want to use this on a humongous dog. I mean, medium size and small size dogs are fine with this. But
yeah, they'll fall apart on you.
Yeah. And you just want to watch that. Like, you have to watch that these, like this leather will slip down eventually if you're not paying attention, and it's glued. The rope is glued in here, and then it has this little sleeve that's slid up and so tight. So Denise says those dog.com ones are better. These are the regular leashes that I use. I've used these for years on my dogs before I was ever training dogs. Lupine leashes. Lupine, like most decent pet stores, sell this brand. It's guaranteed for life, even if your dog chews it. So the collars, they chew it. You take it back to the pet store and they'll give you another one. Or you can send it to Lupine and they'll replace it for free. So
Very
the leashes,
nice.
like I've had several of the leashes that just get really old and ratty and crappy, and the pet store will take it and give you a new one. So that's really nice. And I've never had any trouble with the clips. Like, I know a lot of leashes, the clips, will unclip while you're out in town or something will happen or whatever. I've never, knock on wood, where's some wood, never had a problem with the clips. So this one goes like this, and they make these leashes for different size dogs. This is a really short, like 1-foot traffic thing or 2-foot traffic lead. But I just like them, like the handles. I like the feel of them. And something that most people don't know is that every dog that comes through here, I use, like when I'm doing my prong collar introduction and stuff, I actually use the leash that belonged to my dog Princess, who we had for almost 12 years. And I introduce all the dogs to the prong with her leash. And I don't know, maybe it's like a little, superstitious, like all trainers are a little weird about something like that, where they do something a certain way or they have a certain leash that they love or whatever. And that's one that I use it on almost all the dogs. So even though they have their leashes, I like to use that one particular leash, and it's old and kind of ratty. It's one of those lupine ones, and that one I think is a 6-foot lupine, and I won't replace it because it was my dog's. And anyway, so
it's like a good work thing. Here you go. It's like passing her on.
She helps me with all the training dogs. So
I think that's beautiful. I didn't know that.
Yeah, most people don't know that. So anyway, and then collars, none of my dogs have this particular collar, but if you're looking for a new collar for your dog, this is, I think it's from Chewy. Frisco brand. I think it's their brand. This is a Martingale collar. I buy and have some of these collars here for the training dogs. These are, Martingale just means that it has this extra piece on the side here. So when your dog is wearing it, the leash clips on here, it tightens. So if you have a regular flat buckle collar, it doesn't have that, dogs can slip it. They can back out of a collar and get away. So Martingale is nice, and it keeps them from backing out of it. And this brand, this particular Frisco brand, is cheap. This collar might have been like $4 or something. And to me, it's really good quality for what you're getting. This is a good idea if you have a dog that needs to be on the long line and you're doing some e-collar long line work. This is a good thing to have to clip on, so they're not going to get away from you. So, hey, Christy. Oh, I'm glad that you're enjoying hearing about our favorite items. If you have any favorite items, share away. We'd like to know what you like using too. And then I think the only real other thing I have is I like the antlers for dogs to chew on. This is a half of one. I have some that are whole. And here's a little one that Moose had when he was littler.
Size matters.
Yeah.
Size matters.
You don't want to give a big dog like a little tiny one like this. They will swallow it and choke on it. But so you want it to be kind of appropriate for the dog and the dog's size. And then the only
did you have your balance disc? I have mine here.
My what?
Your balance disc?
Oh, yeah.
For the puppy?
Yeah, right here. So this is good to work on, like if you need a dog with confidence building or something like that. This inflates and it's kind of wobbly. If you get them to stand on here, it's a different surface. It has like nubs on this side and nubs on this side. And you can get these specifically for dogs. Ones that are like bone shaped and everything. That's not. The one I have is not. So Christy likes the paw mark snap together prong for older arthritic clients. Has been a godsend. Okay, cool. Yeah.
I have like 5 of these, but they're for humans, but they work just as well for the dogs.
Yeah, that's basically the same thing I have. And Paige likes bully sticks. I have not tried the paw mark snap together prong. I have made some prongs using like a leash clip and cutting and modifying the prong collars, but it's good to know. I'll have to check out those paw mark. Are they like a buckle? Like, is it a buckle like this, Christy?
Sounds like it. It sounds like it. I've seen some people makeshift, with the buckle of your flat buckle collar, that black piece that you have. People sticking the prongs on there, but then there's no security to the prong. I've seen people makeshift that. Now, that's not necessarily safe. Not to give, but I want to see that paw mark one. I want to see that.
Yeah, we'll have to check those out. What about the Primo pad, Denise? Before we end this, do you have one?
Yeah, I was gonna leave that for last since it's on the floor.
Okay.
A leather and metal buckle, she said. Nice.
And then the only other thing I have is muzzles. This is a Baskerville muzzle. So this is pretty much a general purpose muzzle. And I almost recommend that everybody muzzle train their dog. It's a good idea that dogs are comfortable wearing these no matter what, because your dog could be injured and need like medical procedures or whatever. It's nice for them to actually want to wear the muzzle rather than just having to be forced to wear it. So these are pretty cheap. They're not that expensive. You can get them at almost any pet store. Baskerville muzzle, you want to make sure it's the right size for your dog. And they have this extra strap that clips up here and holds this on your dog's head. So if you really have like a dog who does not like wearing this strap is going to keep it on their head. But like my dog Lana wears a muzzle a lot and I do not have this attached. Maybe that's stupid, but you got to just know your dog. Like if I'm working with a new dog that needs a muzzle, I probably am going to keep this on. But that's Baskerville. And then the other muzzle is the Jafco brand muzzle. And this is like a PVC type plastic. it's softer, and I really like that they have a felt in here. This is like felt lined on the top of the nose, so it's much less abrasion. The Baskervilles, if the dogs are wearing them a lot, you might have to wrap this bar and this bar with moleskin or duct tape or something, because this will rub on the top of their right here, and they'll get sores. So Jeffco, it's a little softer, and it only has this one strap. So you really have to make sure that these are fitted to the dog pretty exact. These are not as good because it's not as open, so they can't get as much air. Like when dogs wear these, a lot of times it fogs up in here. So they can pant, but it's not as easy as panting in the Baskerville. And this allows for like drinking and eating. You can cut a hole in the front so dogs can eat and drink, like a small round hole. But it's still not as, I've heard people say if it's a human aggressive dog, they're going to get your clothing with this, and they can still like grab bits of skin through the Baskerville, where they can't do that with the Jeffco. They can't, they won't be able to get you and get your clothes through that. So, I think that's about it. Just, the other thing, I had some zip ties, and I just wanted to say, like, if you have a dog that, some of the cheaper wire kennels are really flimsy, so dogs can easily, like, push on them and get them to just collapse. So if you take some zip ties, and you can just get these at a hardware store, go all around the edge, like go along the top of the kennel and down each side in the front, and zip tie a couple, maybe 4 or 5 zip ties on the front and a couple on the back. And then if you have a dog like with separation anxiety or something, and they're likely to try to get out of the kennel, use some leash clips like this on the door. So the door has give to it, but if you use, and I use leash clips because this space here is small. So if you've got 2 wires from the kennel, it doesn't allow it to move very much. If you use like a carabiner or something, it still allows the door to move. But if you try like these little leash clips, that this part is small, it will hold those 2 bars really tight together so that the door doesn't move. So that's it. I don't have anything else.
It's hard to keep a straight face with this guy snoring over here. He snores so loud.
I can't believe it's 9:45. We just went on forever.
Just to wrap it up, the Primo pad.
This is probably the most important thing.
Yes. Keep the crates quiet. Keep the crates comfortable, especially for dogs who chew. This is the place cot that we use. It's on 4 legs. 4 legs for pets. You guys can refer to videos to see that. That's for people who don't know about them. Not everybody watches us. You don't know. These Primo pads, I have them in all my kennels. It's a very thick pad, good for older dogs with arthritis, good for chewers. If you measure your kennel correctly and get the right size, they cannot lift this up and pull it out. It does come with free zip ties. You don't have to zip tie it down if you don't want to. The dog still won't pull the Primo pad up unless you get the wrong size and it's ill-fitted. But this thing is like, looks brand new, and it's not. It has some good old use. All kind of dogs, heavy dogs, scratchy dogs, and they still can't break my pad. Easy to clean, and they don't stink. after like all they've been through.
Yeah. Yeah,
To
I
say the
have
least.
them fairly new. I bought mine fairly recently and I love them. So far, I'm very happy.
Primopads.com from California. The guy's name is Greg. And it has, you have to measure your kennel. I'm gonna put the thing in there. And like I said, that's an alternative for when your dog can't have bedding or you have a chore.
Those
But
are
I have to go. I have to potty everyone. They're starting to get a little,
it's getting
a little wobbly.
Yeah. All right. Well, this was great. Thank you everyone for tuning in and sharing your products. If you're watching this on the replay and you have something that you love that you want to share, please leave it in the comments below. We'd love to see it. And we will see you all later. Hope everybody has a good night.
Thank you, guys. I'm pretty sure it was painful watching it live, but if you're on the replay, just fast forward.
All right. Have a good night. Bye, guys.